Hey, good morning, it's Jamie. Have you ever seen somebody as you're pulling into traffic? It just made me think here. If you're on an on-ramp coming off of another road or highway and you're looking to enter the new road, right? I think it's called an on-ramp. And as you're getting on the on-ramp, you're making sure that it's clear to pull out into the lane. Now, sometimes there's an oncoming car and there's an off-ramp before your on-ramp, and somebody will put a signal on. They'll turn a signal on. Now, I always still wait, even though the signal is on, that they're like, hey, I'm not going to actually pull out in front of you. I'm not going to keep going. I'm going to get off before I pass you, so you can pull on. I sometimes feel like people do this erroneously, and I've seen it happen. Not too often, but it does happen. So what I usually do is I wait. I see if the car is slowing down, you know, kind of moving towards this exit. They'll ever so slightly kind of go. Why am I talking about this? You're like, what are you talking about here? Well, today I was listening to Patrick Bet David a little bit, and he was talking about Michael Burry, who is a short, you know, the Big Short movie. You know, he's pretty famous for calling the market back in the crash and making a lot of money from it. And now he's doing another big bet against the market. So I was actually looking at SQQQ as a consideration, because, you know, I'm not Michael Burry, and I'm not a Wall Street or a professional trader. So I'm thinking that from what I see in the market that I'm in, I will tell you this, like, we're in the car business. Where I go, there's a Nissan dealer, a Jeep dealer, a Mercedes, Cadillac. I mean, there's all these dealerships. And for us right now, we're pretty busy, you know. People are buying cars. They're putting cash down. It's not like it's dried up and nobody's coming in. So it's kind of strange that that's happening in the sentiment, right, of what people are doing in the auto industry. And the auto industry, to me, is a big indicator in some regards, because people need transportation. They need to get around, which is why we got into this new thing with this Toro and private rental stuff, which is, you know, a whole different thing. So I'm looking for signals. I'm looking for the buy and sell signals for the things that I'm doing, right? Like, do I wait? Do I wait? Should I wait a little longer? What are you doing?
The kids had me up. Look. So yesterday they went on a bike ride and they found a bird, like a half-dead bird. And this is what I see in my house this morning. A hawk.
He's just staring at you.
Just no, but then I think he's hurt. He was on the floor.
Did you help him?
I gave him water and stuff. Now he's gone. But I picked. Look where he was.
The moments are what matter. All right, so I'm looking for signals. I'm looking for signals about, you know, where to buy and sell. So right now, I have 800 shares of Palantir. At one time, I had 2,000 shares at $7.43. And I sold them all before it hit the top, of course, which is what happens. But I did get some profit there. I got a couple bucks. But I wish I would have kept it, right? It's always, I wish I would have, could have, should have. And so I got back in because I think my average cost for Palantir is $15.04 or something. It's like at $14.80. I feel like it's probably gonna I think it's gonna get back up there a little bit, but who knows, right? At any moment the bottom can drop out. So what I could tell you is this, like, just like Tesla, I have with Tesla I have several short positions, right, which was going great until a few days ago, and then all of a sudden it was just like bam, big rally, almost $30 in a day, you know, in 24 hours essentially, which took all my profits away from my call. selling my covered call and my shorts. Now, luckily, I did sell some of those, so I locked in some profits, and now I'm getting back in. So the signals I'm looking for there are, I think it's topping out, right? It's like watching a rocket shoot up. You know, there's only so much momentum, and then it kind of comes back down. So I'm looking for those signals to enter a new position, and that's what I'm doing every week. I'm just like, all right, is it at the top? I don't know where the top is. Is it at the bottom? I don't know where the bottom is. I just try to look for the signals and say, okay, I want to get in a position. The one key thing that has really helped me is knowing where your risk management is. Like if I say, well, I have 50 shares, 100 shares, 1,000. If it's nothing that you're even thinking about, you're like, you know, it's that's great. It worked out well. Versus if you're YOLOing, as they say, and you're like all the way in and it goes the wrong way, and then you're screwed. I mean, that's tough, right? It's going to be hard to recover. And I've done that. So I try to get into positions where they kind of hedge each other. Like, you know, one negates the other one if one's going one way. And if it keeps going, now, in this case, I was distracted. And when you're distracted, you're not effective, you know? So that's why I don't want to think I don't try to overthink it, because you get a lot of things going on. If you miss out, I wouldn't have made any life-changing money. But I'm always like, man, I could have made a couple hundred, a couple $1,000 there. And that's how it goes. So if you're paying attention to the signals, like I was saying earlier with this guy who's you know, got a signal on, I'm ready to pull out, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't trust him, I'm not sure. It's kind of the same thing where, is the market, well, it's going to keep going, is it going to go, how can it keep going? It's still going. And you're not sure where to get in if you think, well, I think there's going to be some pullback there. Or, you know, this seems like it's the bottom. Oh, it's kind of stabilizing. It's you know, and then all of a sudden it goes down another leg. There is no guarantees. So, I mean, maybe the best way if you're going to play the market is to have some hedges and to offset that, and also look at your risk management, meaning don't make a huge play. I mean, not that you'd be sure, but if the probabilities are, again, using my guy, he's slowing down, he has a signal on, his eyes are looking over there, it looks like he's probably going to pull over there. If the market starts to do certain things, whether they're indicators that you're looking at, Fibonacci levels, you know, news reports, you know, earnings, or as well as the price action, there may be certain probability indicators that kind of say, well, it seems like it's going in this direction, and then you take your little bit of risk, and this can be applicable to really anything, you know, quite honestly. But that is what I'm doing today as we get in towards the end of August here, and I try to make some plays with that, in addition to adding some of these other things like the rental car, private rental Toro thing, and some other stuff, you know, that I'm always trying to do. This is a piece of property I'm hoping. I made kind of an offer last week, which I'll get into later if this works. You know, either way, I'll talk. I don't want to talk about it now because what do they call it? My wife always, family says ayun, which is like the magic eye. It means you know, you put in Italian, you know, like they have that little thing there. But it looks pretty good. I think it can work out pretty well, and I'll share that story over the next few days. I'm waiting for the answer on the offer, the offer we made. So. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's 10 minutes, which is what I try to kind of go to and get in here to work. And like I said, it's been super busy at work. So for a market that's struggling, the economy and whatever they're saying, I mean, I've never been so busy. So it's just a strange thing. All right, see you guys next time.